Okay, I feel like there might have been some kind of explosive tower moment here between you and your divine masculine, okay? Because I'm seeing that you've had it with the toxic cycles, a lot of the karmic energy. I feel like you stood up to him, okay? You detached away from this and you're doing better. And he's hurt seeing you do better after making a decision to detach away from him, right? Because now it's clearly he's the problem here. You started to pick up on things with your high priestess energy too, that there were a lot of like dark karmic energies that your divine masculines were being influenced by. You know, I keep picking up on the energy of venom, and they kept showing up to you like one minute. Remember back in a reading I talked about the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing? It's like one minute you thought that you were dealing with your divine masculine, and then all of a sudden they would just seem so karmic and toxic. So I feel like the more deceptive energies they thought that they could be in while having you in their life, the universe was watching. So even though you might have been deceived, divine feminines, by venom, okay, your divine guides, okay, they were watching. That's why whatever Queen of Swords energy you got into and all hell broke loose, you might have given your masculine a good piece of your mind. Any karmic energies wanting to come up against you, you were like, bring it. You want to come for me? I'm waiting in the dark, okay? That wasn't you, divine feminines. I really do see like many of you had your guides step in to help you embody this Queen of Swords energy, okay? They saw venom coming, and your guides were rolling up their sleeves like, bring it, I go wrangle he ass like a cheese string. Okay, some of your guys were just waiting, and that's why many of you were like, oh my, what's come over me? Okay, many of you cuss that man stink, yo. You cuss him out, you cuss that man good, or you just let somebody have it. You were ready to get into this detachment mode. And now that you have, I'm seeing that for a lot of you, your blessings are coming back, your vitality is coming back, your energy is coming back. And many of you might have been like, oh my God, I can't believe I had to say those things or be that hurtful towards my masculines. Y'all relax yourself, okay? It was venom, okay? It wasn't your divine masculines. It was venom that you were up against, and that's why your guides really had to step in, okay? So now that you're doing better, I'm going to explore with the cards here exactly what someone is looking at when they see you, okay? Because I'm seeing that your divine masculines are feeling hurt. They resent a lot of the karmic energies around them at this time in their life. A lot of them are trying to be on their own. A lot of them are distancing themselves away from close family and friends. Anybody who had a hand at interfering with this connection and even trying to distort the divine feminine's energy with any kind of interference, I'm seeing people are shaking in their boots, okay? The kind of things that your guides are showing them in dreams and giving them visions of, people do not want to come for you. When people think about you the wrong way, divine feminine, like all of a sudden somebody driving and the tire puncture, right? Flat tire in the middle of the highway, okay? People are scared to even think about you, okay? Because it's your time now. It's not your time to be in this energy of constant spiritual attack anymore. I am seeing that your guides came out to bat and to boot this divine masculine right out of your life for not manning up and fighting venom himself, okay? How dare you bring venom to the divine feminines? Okay, that is the energy I am getting. So what do people see when they look at you now? Why are people shivering? Okay, because we have Freya's energy, bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Oh, you was daring, Bobcat. You was daring, Bobcat. Some of you are carrying this Catwoman energy, right? You moving like a villain, okay? A lot of you are putting your foot down in your own life. I feel like even the way you might have stepped to your divine masculines as well, it's giving off this bold energy. I think a lot of you still have some of your guides embodying you right now, because any karmic energies that want to come and test you after everything that you have been through, especially when it comes to giving your love as genuinely as you did, and then being made a fool of, or being made a mockery of, or this whole twin flame thing. And because I'm seeing a divine feminine with a pure heart, you came into this with a very beautiful pure heart. Anybody that had a hand at poking fun at you, trying to interfere with this, envy, like you and your masculine had true love. That's what bothered everybody, okay? And rather than embracing it, I feel like a lot of this havoc, a lot of this chaos, a lot of the interference, everybody was happy for you on your side, Divine Feminine. Okay? You might have had a little bit of karmic hiccups in terms of having to weave through certain life lessons, but for the most part, I feel like everybody on your team or in your circle, they knew that this was a divine blessing for you and they trusted you. I feel like your divine masculine side of things saw you as something to take from, someone to siphon off of. Okay? People would hear your divine masculine talk about you and it would just rub them the wrong way. Many of your masculines, now that the venom suit has been kicked off of them by some of your guides, a lot of them are sitting in this very deep regret energy because they can see now the truth of who you are. You don't back down from your truth. Life for you is getting better ever since you've had no dealings with them, and ever since your presence has not been in their life, a lot of shit is hitting the fan. Many of them are seeing people for their true colors. I see relationships breaking down, friendships breaking down. A lot of the deception and the betrayal that they try to throw your way with all of these mind games and just trying to put you in competitive situations, third-party situations. I'm seeing that now all of your divine masculines, the closest people to them, they're receiving that exact same kind of energy from them. A lot of deception. A lot of he said she. I never said that. What? No, I didn't say those things. I didn't have any influence. I never talked about her in that way. I never said that about you. Okay. Many of your divine masculines, close friends as well. I feel like if they stood in the way of you two coming together for whatever reasons that had to do with like differences, their friends closest to them giving them advice on you two staying apart are now in those types of situations. Okay, oh no, how are you going to be with a woman with kids? Well, guess whose best friend is with a woman who has children now? All right, everybody's just doing their own thing. Everybody grew up, everybody became an adult, and everybody's gone off doing their own thing, living their own life, not caring about judgment. Right? Not caring about the opinions of everybody else. I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are stuck because they spent a lot of time caring about the opinions of other people. Okay, what everybody else would think, being ostracized from the group, not being able to hang out or go to the family barbecues or go on the family trips. Yeah, guess what? Everybody turned their back on them anyway. Okay, we have allow yourself to receive. This is your energy, Divine Feminine. You are in Hathor's energy, which is receptivity. Now you're getting your energy back, an increase in your energy, your intuition, your ability to give back to others. A lot of this was being siphoned from you because of the connections that a lot of your divine masculines were holding on to while still trying to maintain your presence in their life. And on top of that, I'm seeing that many of them had you as a secret, right? They had loyalty to the wrong side of things. They were protecting the best interests of those who were out to sabotage them, who were out to take their blessings. You were the biggest blessing to enter your divine masculine's life, and they chose to stick by the side of the exact people who were trying to sabotage their blessing. Can you imagine how much of a mind that is? Okay, speaking of blessing, because I'm hearing it was taken from them. Okay, we have healing family issues. Someone, I feel like the parents were a big influence. I really am seeing that, like, a lot of your divine masculines, like this whole venom thing, like the negative energy that were influencing them, it definitely had to do with like family culture, family dynamics. Like, as a family, like, this is what we do. We don't marry outside of our culture. We don't marry outside of our status, right? You can't marry a woman who already has children. You can't marry a divorced woman. How is that going to look, right? If people find out about this, do you have any idea how it's going to look for our family? I feel like a lot of your divine masculines were operating on like autopilot with that shit. Right? It was just ingrained in their brain since childhood. And this is where a lot of the toxic energy was coming from, divine feminines. A lot of you were under very harsh judgment over just who you were, like who you were born into this lifetime as. Okay, and based off of that heavy judgment, the universe decided to make you look like you're the apple of God's eye. Nobody can look at you now and say that your life is a mess or it's in shambles. I feel like you're healthier than a lot of these people who tried to come in and judge you. You're doing way better. You're healthier. Your life is thriving. You're so much more positive and spiritually uplifting. You're not bitter like half of these people are. Okay? Your heart is not like judgmental and cold and controlling. That's what a lot of your divine masculines are waking up to now, is that everybody is slowly turning their back on them. People are aging, people are living their own lives, people can't remember. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember what? I never said those things, right? He may be having arguments with parents, right? Parents who they don't remember saying those things. What are you talking about? So he could be in a really frustrating place right now, feeling like you're gone. Okay, you might have called a lot of these things out, including this energy of like parents being a big influence, family standing in the way of things. You might have even said, Divine Feminine, listen, as long as you can't make decisions on your own or for yourself, like I can't be with someone like this. I can't entertain this dynamic here. Like I feel like that's what you stood up against, or that's what you detached away from, or you might have called them out and said, hey, listen, like as long as you're going to be a mama's boy, as long as you don't have autonomy or independence, like this really isn't going to work. I feel like for a while you became the enemy for making them feel like they had to go against family here, healing family issues. You were the enemy for making them feel like they had to go against family, or family was making them feel like you were the enemy for trying to twist their arm, because your influence as well was making them stand up to family. Okay, but that's when I feel like that dynamic got very, very toxic and took over with that venom energy. Okay, because no way were you going to come in, Divine Feminine, and influence this Divine Masculine to think that these karmics were the bad ones. Okay, so instead he decided to turn on you, right? But your guides weren't going to let that happen. They wrangled his ass like a cheese string with that venom suit on, okay? Like Ma Bagalamuki, she took that tongue and twisted it. Okay, so I don't know, guys. That's what's going on right now for this energy here. I do see somebody kind of just sitting back, twiddling their thumbs and realizing that they were the problem all along. And not only them, but just the people that they chose to be loyal with and to. All right. So I don't know who this was for, but that was just a quick check-in. I love you guys. I'll catch you in the next one.